Welcome back to Slam Shenanigans. Appreciate you guys tuning in. This video is going to start like pretty much every video. Getting the rhino down at the house and go get something going. Here we go. So today our shenanigans are continuing with the tree cleanup from the 2022 Snowmageddon. So today, because yesterday absolutely wore me out, we're just going to do a little excavator work. The old Volvo EC35, and I don't know if I'll get back up here to this log yard. I think I'm gonna let my buddy that's got a new SVL 95 come and play with these and move them around for me. But we're gonna walk her back down to the house and finish cleaning up that stuff that I cut yesterday. Sorry for the big circle. right, here's the big part of the project, this leaner here. It's probably 80 to 100 feet up in an oak tree. So my first attempt here, I'm gonna try with the excavator. I'm thinking in my head that I'll be able to just pull it over. Just keep watching. So, I'm all confident, walk out, should be an easy deal. Get in there, put the boom and the stick up, grab it and pull it down, right? Let's see what happens. Simple. Grab it and pull it. A little stronger than I thought. So you'll hear me talking a lot here because I played with this thing for a while before I finally figured it out. Stick with the video and you'll see that it eventually comes down, but not right now. So I try banging it a little bit. If you watch the top, but you can't really see the total top because it's out of field of view, that didn't work. So, all right, excavator out. Speed the video up here a little bit for you. So it's boring walking around. Pictures are always deceiving. That was quite a bit steeper than I thought it was. Something can get up there. It was falling up the front of the seat. So what you'll see me do now is there's two other trees that are down in front of that, around the base, around the roots of those trees there. So kind of heading out here, and I'm going to try and grab a hold of them and see if I can swing them to the left. And again, these trees are a little too big for the old 3.5 ton excavator, so I can pick them up, I can swat them around a little bit. But they're kind of stuck in the dirt up there and a little too heavy. Just won't work. So I kind of push them around, try to get that end, kind of use leverage to try and get the ends of these things to loosen up a little bit here. And then you'll start seeing me messing around over here on the left. They think I'm going crazy. And I'm first getting some out of the way. Oh no, I forgot. Sorry about that, guys. I actually walk over on the other side here. So I go around the ends of these trees that are laying horizontal. So I'm not getting a whole bunch of branches up in my undercarriage, and I walk around and I try to grab them from the other side and kind of do the same thing. And I think I was cleaning up some stuff on the other side there. This whole area down here was just a mess. I mean, there was 2 or 3 that went down completely. This one big one that was hung up, and then what you're looking at in the middle there, just to the right of my boom where it was, that vertical is actually a telephone pole type thing. It was a power pole, and I'll see if I can describe it as best I can. If you look to the right of the one that's obvious in the middle of the screen, the vertical power pole, there's another real power pole that actually has a transformer on it, kind of at the bottom third of that leaner tree, and the power came from the transformer down to this thing, down to whatever was here before. I think it was either a modular or maybe a small home. I'm not sure. I think it was a mobile home we had down here. There's a well behind the excavator there, but that pole's got to come out. So here's what I'm thinking about it. You guys are thinking I'm crazy, but if you watch this, you see in the sun there's that thing shiny. That's a line. That's the power line. Aluminum line that goes from the transformer to this bare pole to a tree. And so what I'm trying to do is get this thing out of the tree. The tree's knocked it down off the power pole, and I verified all the power was out. I think I did that I mentioned that in my first walk around of Snowmageddon tour. You can see I'm trying to pull this damn wire out of the tree, so I'm going both ways, trying to wind it around the cab, and I think I finally got it down. It from my teeth, because I had wrapped it around my teeth there to get a little bite on it to pull it down out of that tree that was off to the left out of view. I was successful there. So now I'm kind of done with the excavator, and we're going to go on to some other means and methods here to get this tree down, because that excavator just was not So this is what I'm looking at a little closer. You can see the marks on the leaner. That was that telephone pole. So here's my other means of methods. I walked back up, or drove back up and grabbed the dozer. So let's just get the big iron out and see if we can just pull it over. So and with the dozer and the excavator, it always takes a while to walk it from up top down below there. So where I'm working is basically the bottom of what I call my lower road, and that's where the actual short route goes like that. And off to the left here, doing my first meadows, meadow story. It's very, very good. Very pile. That out. You can see it's brush there. All this brush out there is pretty much the way the entire property was. Trying to restore meadows up top. There's a lot of fire hazard. You can see the fire hazard down below. Thin trees as they go. Just make it look smoother. Topic of this video actually. Snowmageddon took a bunch of trees down and I'm still cleaning them up. First one was the tour. The second one was the handwork chainsaw. And the third was the one using my equipment. So the handwork I got to go ahead and drive my line up and walking away. So at the end of this video we'll have a full path. Coming down towards the end of our property, it's like real rock, solid rock there. Good balance. So coming up here, I'm going to stop and just holding it, and I'm going to switch up the tripod here in a minute. Clear some of this out of the plan. Alright. So now you guys are stable on a tripod, and I'm just pushing the cut limbs off here. These are basically tops that came down. There's a few, quite a few complete trees that came down off to the right, but I don't think you'll be able to see them real well, except for maybe when I grab the camera again. I might view over there, I can't remember. Figured I'd take a little cut and kind of increase my water bar right there. Right here is where the water comes down off the top, depending on how it chooses to run through the underground and on top of the granite. So we removed here and started down to the bottom now, quite a ways down, 100 yards down below where we just were, and there's the leaner. So we're on the other side there. There's the actual real power pole. Guy wire looks real close, but it's quite a ways from the stump. I'm just pointing. I'm actually not talking there. You see where I tried the excavator. So the plan here is, as you saw on the back of the rig, there's a cable there. I'm going to try and get that cable up on that tree, about 15 feet up, and then just use the pull over to pull it over. And then it pulled over way heavier than the excavator. I should just grab it and pull it on over. That's about it. The first tip of the part pretty well. Just bear with me, it's fun to watch. So, and again, it's all deceiving because where I'm sitting is actually a real deep drop off there. There's play around with it all.
move it so I can actually drive it down and figure out what's up today. It's easier to drive around and walk up here and start to edit. Here we go. And take a little bit. The thing I got to worry about down here is that power pole there is for a reason. Like I said, there was either a modular or mobile home type thing here years ago. And you see that white cap right to the left of the dozer, that's my well, my second well. As I've heard that it's filled up with a bunch of crap down there, but I don't know. I just want to, I constantly have PG&E folks in inspecting lines, inspecting poles, inspecting trees. Every time I tell them, they're like, "Oh, that pole's not doing it. You should probably take that out." I'm like, "No, you're not. It cost me probably 20 grand to put it back in there if I ever decide to do anything with this area." So, paid for it when I bought the property. You are not taking it, PG&E. It's staying there, and you're going to maintain it. So, let's see here. What am I doing? I think I'm getting the cable out. Apologize, guys. I edit on my phone and it's not real easy to see versus a big old computer screen. Yep. Pulling the cable up. We'll get this thing hooked up on the tree here in a minute. Just watch, there's a little bit of movement there by the guy wire. That's me trying to get that tree. And it's tough to give good video of you guys for you guys. And still, you know, I hear it all the time on these types of channels, homesteading and people actually working. You know, it's like there's a lot involved moving cameras around. So a lot of times I'm throwing the cable up. A lot of times the videos for me are mostly secondary. Like I mentioned in my other videos, I started this to try and have a way for my dad to see what I do because he was getting older and didn't want to come up, but he's so old now he can't watch videos. So just kind of continued doing the YouTube thing, and I hope it grows a little bit. Maybe we'll get it monetized and get some good equipment, and I'll spend some more time changing cameras around. But for me, I'm just trying to get this job done. So I pick a frame for you guys that kind of shows everything, but not necessarily up close when I'm working. So I think I'm going to stop it here because I think I start talking to you.
All right, so I figured I'd do a little real-time narration here. I got this tree, which you can see over there. There's the base, and she goes up. She's stuck up here in this big oak, pretty good sized oak. So when you saw me just walking under that, it's been up there for since Snowmageddon, so well over a month and a half. I actually tried to pull it over. That's what those scratches are on the stump, if you can see them. Yeah, right there. I tried to pull it over with the excavator, it didn't budge. So down here with the dozer and a cable. You just saw me put that cable up. So I'm gonna hook on. I've already hooked on about 15 feet, 12 feet up. And I'm hoping the dozer will pull it over. If you see that white cap, that's my well. Don't want it falling on that. And I have an old telephone pole that's right in line with the dozer that's loose, needs to come out. I just haven't yanked it out yet. I don't think it's gonna pull that far. And there's no lines other than that guy, which I've already said that line dangling was across the tree. It was already disconnected up there, so everything's safe. And I'm hoping that tree will pull over to where I can get it down and cut it up and have my walking area, my wife's walking area good again. So I cleaned it up for her. Oh, kind of hard with the sun. But yeah, I cleaned up the trail. Got all that clear. Now it's just a matter of getting this guy down. So I'll try to set you up here to where I think it's gonna be the best view, but who knows? So again, keep your eye on that tree right there.
Here we go. Wish me luck. Alright, so now we're going to put the video up for you so you don't do some slow with the dozer going around here, but sounds like an angry deer. And I'm trying to look through my voice recording thing and see what I'm doing, but I believe the dozer's coming up right here. Like I mentioned the last time I saw it, you guys saw the excavator come down and just get up on that pad. Basically, I'm going to try and use the dozer to push the other trees out of the way and maybe push on the bottom of this stump for the leaner. But and the whole reason that elevated pad area is there by this tree is because that's where my range is going. And to try and dig out the hillside was so big and steep, I had to basically create a shelf to keep digging because my excavator wouldn't reach that high. So I got about 6-8 feet of dirt there, and I'm still excavating out. And then we had the storm, Snowmageddon, and we ended up with all these other issues. So again, I apologize. I do not have great editing equipment yet, and everything's done on my phone. And when I'm actually in the process of editing, it's hard to see what I'm doing on screen. So I watched this thing a couple times and then try to figure out where it's at. And I can sort of see the dozer above the little recording box. Sorry, beginner guys. Anyways, hopefully if you like this, hit that subscribe button for me. Help me grow, get this thing monetized, and I'll see better equipment, or I can see, I can provide better content for you, better quality. But anyways, there's a lot of jockeying around with this dozer in here, trying to get it up and behind these stumps so that I can push them out of the way of the base of the leaner, so that I can get to the leaner. So I think now I'm turned around backwards and I'm trying to back up this like 45-50 degree slope, which again the camera never shows it, but eventually you'll end up seeing my dozer. Oh no, I think I'm all done with that. Gosh, I guess I missed all that. Anyways, I had to get really backed up that thing there, and got the dozer up in there, pushed the trees out of the way, so I probably missed all that. Now I'm coming around this side, and I'm going to try and push them a little bit more. Maybe this is a 2-round thing. Maybe this is where I had to come around this side. I can just the excavator. See the dozer behind this box. It says recording voiceover.
that way. So I don't think I've got them yet. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and push these one way to where when I do back up, or I was trying to describe that earlier, I can get the actual, just the edge of the blade on those things and then push them to the right in the screen. So we'll see what happens here. It's almost like I'm watching this with you. Look at that. Craziness. Now, little moves, cruising the dozer back around over the trees, wheeling. Let's see if I go back up on that shelf. I think I do. Let's see, am I coming back up? Looks like it. Yep, I'm back up on the shelf. Now I should turn around, I think. And then I'll try to, I think I'm turning around here. And I'll try to back up that really, really steep part that you're not seeing at all. But trust me, it's like something you couldn't hardly walk up. My rippers were hitting the bank before my tracks got enough of the hillside to lift them up out of it. There we go. Yep, trying to back up. And you'll see how it starts getting a little steep here. Yep, there's the dozer. I'm trying to get it just far enough back up to where I twist the blade around and jog it right, which is towards us. Just enough to get those trees on it, and then I'll be able to push them out of the way and be able to dig around that stump, whether it's with the dozer or the excavator. So I think, which it's tough because I can't see behind this damn editing box, but I should be pushing these trees to the right here. You'll see the ones that are already horizontal. Just go backing up, so I don't think I got it quite yet. It's actually quite steep, so if you look at the canopy, you can see how steep that is right now. I think that's about as far up as I go, yeah. That's doing pretty good. Come on, Jim, you can do it. There we go. And it's so tough to see. Here we go, this is finally where the trees start moving. So I kind of get them, got them moved a little bit. Now I'm more flat with the dozer, and then I can get a good grab, and I should be able to push them out of the way here. So I think that's what I'm doing. Yep. And I think you should be seeing the trees move to the right. So now I'm getting the base of that stump cleared from the other trees, so that I can get in there and either push with the dozer or whatever I do next. Which I kind of know what I'm doing, but you guys don't yet. So I think right here I'm trying to push the dozer, or push the tree with the dozer, and it's just having none of it. So here's where I'm like, okay, let's park the dozer again and try it for something else. So next you should be seeing me get the excavator back up here. Let's see what happens.
Well, not sure how I'm framed, but as you can see, the dozer didn't even move it. So we also saw I kind of ran across there because it definitely moved up top where it's at. So I think I'm gonna try and reposition you guys, see a little closer, and I'm gonna get the excavator going. I'm gonna dig out from the top on the bottom side, I hope. What I'm gonna try and do. Just a couple of pigeons. Cool. All right, so we have battery. This is a start of, I don't know, 4 or 5 strategies here. So now I've got the excavator back up here and I'm going to dig out and try to loosen up some of the roots that are actually holding it, and see if it's the bottom of the tree that's holding this thing up, or if it's the top stuck up in that oak that's holding it up. So anyways, we are going to dig. So I'm starting out on the bottom, and the only reason I can do this now is because I spent all that time trying to, first, as you saw with the excavator, try to pull those trees that are horizontal to the right, both from this side and from the other side. That didn't work, so the last little scene there you saw me was with the jockeying of the dozer, and now that the view's a little closer, you can see that that stump is, it's probably 12 feet away from the stump of the tree that's leaning. And again, that guy wire looks really close, but it's about 20 feet away, so it's not even part of the thing. It's just kind of hard to see. There's a lot of space between it and that tree. So now I'm going to go on the back side, and I'll try to dig a little bit out here on the back side, because I don't know if it's the front or the back that's holding it. Reposition the excavator just a little bit. And start digging away. And probably a spoiler on the narrator, but we'll let you see here a few scoops and see what happens. I told you in the beginning I eventually got it, so you know it's coming down, you just don't know when, right? So if you like that suspense, hit the subscribe button. Sorry, I'm pushing that a lot this time, but it's nice. It's kind of grown a little bit here. Got, I don't know, half a dozen subscribers in this last week, which is good for me. Nothing for other channels. Anyways, I'm really curling that bucket hard here now. You can probably hear some of the snapping in the video, so I'm going to stop my narration at this point and just let you guys watch. Well, the only bad thing, let's see if we're still going here. Yeah. There it is. She's down. That's the only bad thing, is that it ended up into a few oaks, and I'm trying to save all my oaks pretty much. So I think I'm in frame. So at least now that tree is down from up there. And as you can see, it's a pretty big tree. It could have hurt somebody if it fell at the wrong time. So I want to make sure it came down on my time. And it did. Probably should have moved my target stands. I was hoping I'd have a little bit of time when I was loosening those roots and trying to cut some of those roots to be able to try and grab it with the excavator and pull it more this way. I was actually hoping to try and get about 6 feet that way, which would have cleared all that. But, you know, got her down. Thanks for watching. I will cut her up. All right, so this is what we're left with. Pretty clean burn pile, a couple stacks of logs, fairly clean area, and a clean road. So my wife can walk all the way around the property and end up back at the house. Obviously, it's for more than just the wife and the puppies here. But we got to clean all this stuff up, and so you'll see in the next video that this is how we're going to get rid of it. And time to relax a little bit there, so... Thanks for watching, you guys. Appreciate you tuning in. And if you like this content, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like, and make some comments. Appreciate your viewership. Bye.